got the name wrong. I apologize. What's going on, guys? What can I do for you?
We can ask questions and you answer.
All right, hit it, AJ. You seem to have the first one. Everyone else is quiet and tired.
What do you think if Stephen Amell underestimated you?
Oh, what do I think? If he underestimated me? I believe he's underestimated me. I know for a fact he's underestimated me. Because the problem is, Stephen Amell watches professional wrestling like everybody else watches professional wrestling. Every week, he sees wrestlers go out and do this. And in his mind, that means it must be easy. If they do it week after week after week, it must be easy. That's what Stephen Amell thinks. I'm here to tell him, and I'm here to show him tonight, that it's not as easy as he thinks. And I'm going to show him exactly how hard professional wrestling can be. Yes?
Coach Corey, obviously with tons of roots in Chicago, how cool is it to see this sort of, when you see pro wrestling way back in the
it's awesome, man.
Now,
yeah, 10,000 strong here based on the love and affection that the Young Bucks and Cody and the Bullet Club have cultivated across the years, across the world. This is awesome, man. And I'm proud to be a part of it. They're never going to be able to take away the fact that I was on the first All In. They're never going to be able to take away the fact that I beat Stephen Amell on the first All In. And yeah, it's something that I'm going to be very proud of for years to come. Yes? No, go ahead, you, sir. I'll get this gentleman next.
That's fine. I was just wondering, you had so many great legendary feats over the years. How different was it preparing for this match, putting it together with somebody like Stephen Amell, who's not your traditional kind of opponent for a big show like this?
Honestly, it wasn't too much different than any other preparation I have for my matches because I know what my strengths are, and one of my strengths has always been to adapt to the people I'm across the ring from. So if I'm dealing with someone that is in better shape than me, or in terms of cardiovascular, if I think they have more wind than me, obviously I'll up my cardio. If I think someone is stronger than me, I might try to build a little strength in the gym. But for Stephen being so inexperienced, I sort of took this as just to stay healthy, just to get in the same shape that I'm usually in, because I figured that in the end my experience was going to be the deciding factor. Yeah, he's younger, and it's quite possible that he's stronger than me. I think everybody saw the video of him underhand deadlifting 315 pounds for reps, then low rowing it, and then doing pull-ups. Very impressive, very impressive. But this isn't weightlifting. It's not parkour, it's not American Ninja Warrior, and it's not the set of arrow. This is a professional wrestling ring. This is where I excel. And so that was my mindset going into my training. You had a question, sir.
Yes, I'm Josh from the Amp Chat.
Hello.
Hi. A lot of people have had kind of this general consensus that to be a star in wrestling, you had to have worked for the WWE. You have made a career and become a star in the wrestling business without doing that. Does it feel like, to be a part of a show like this, that this is kind of an opportunity, not that people in the business who are out of WWE aren't stars, but to really make that statement to say, hey, we don't need that big machine? Do you think this is kind of changing the business in that way, in the way that you kind of set that path? Yes,
and I think it changes the mentality of what people have always called the casual fan. Because to the casual fan, all there is WWE. They don't know enough to delve deeper into the world of professional wrestling. So to a casual fan, you say pro wrestling, they think John Cena, they think The Rock, they might think Brock Lesnar. Do you know what I mean? But now, if they're scrolling through WGN and it says All In Wrestling, and they see, oh, who are these Young Bucks? Oh, who's Cody? Oh, who's Marty Scurll? Oh, who's Kenny Omega? It's going to open their eyes and be like, oh, wait, there's more than the WWE? Yes, there is more than the WWE. And I don't think that many of the people that bought tickets here are under the impression that the only thing out there is WWE, because they were in on this movement with us. Like, this thing that's happening tonight doesn't work if it's just Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Cody, Kenny Omega, and a couple of assorted goofs that are on BTE with us. Do you know what I mean? It also works because more than 10,000 people out there feel that energy, feel that passion, feel that love for professional wrestling that Matt and Nick show in every match that they do, that Cody shows in every match he does, that Kenny does in every match he does. those people out there feel it. Now, the casual fan is going to turn on the television and feel that energy and hear that energy of 10,000 strong. And maybe that's going to open their eyes, and it's going to open the eyes to maybe advertisers, maybe consumers, maybe people that, oh man, maybe wrestling is something that we could tie our wagon to and expand this world of professional wrestling into. You're welcome. You guys were not prepared for Christopher Daniels. I do not feel like you're. Go ahead.
Any major titles going your way?
At any moment. It's a matter of time, really. It's really just a matter of me pointing towards a title and going for it. I feel like my resume at this point, it's nothing that I have to put on a table for anyone to see. They know who I am. Ring of Honor knows who I am. And if I wanted an opportunity at the World Championship, I feel like all I have to do is ask and say I would like an opportunity at Jay Lethal. Or if I wanted to be in the tag team mix, Frankie and I are always ready to be World Tag Team Champions. And if I want the 6-man tag team titles, it's just a matter of myself, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian asking for the contract, signing it, and that's it. So yeah, there will be titles at some point. Right now our focus is this. Tomorrow our focus is going to be something else. Death Before Dishonor comes in less than 4 weeks in Vegas. Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian versus the Briscoes for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. That's probably your next world title change that you see. You can write that down if you want. Or if you're going to memorize it, that's cool too. I don't mind. Is that good? All right. Cool.
Hey, Christopher, we talked a little bit the other day.
Yes, we did.
I guess with regards to being the elite, you mentioned that off the top. What impacts do you think that's had as far as this show happening? And, you said it yourself, like it's not just the message being put out there, it's that the fans are buying it. So what is it about being the elite, everything these guys are doing, that resonates so much to bring in casual wrestling fans to a world that they might not have been able to experience before, and kind of develop this loyalty to have a 70-something% flying rate to get to the show?
I feel like the thing that sets BTE apart from, it's not traditional. It's not traditional in any sense. I feel like, and this sort of comes all the way back to Matt and Nick Jackson and their attitude towards professional wrestling. You know what I mean? Because BTE came from the minds of Matt and Nick, and it's built into this thing that has all of the Bullet Club in it, and myself and Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, Flip Gordon, you name the people that have been on Being the Elite over the last 150 episodes or whatnot. But it all goes back to Matt and Nick's idea that wrestling should be fun, and wrestling should be a party. And I feel like sometimes certain places take it a little too seriously, and that can sort of be a downer, and that can sort of be a wet blanket for a new fan. Instead, Matt and Nick felt like this has to be fun. We have to go out there and make this feel like the party that everybody needs to be a part of. And once that feeling started to cultivate, then people realized, I want to be in on this party. I want to be on this party. And it started, you could say it started in PWG. You could say it started in Ring of Honor. You could say it started in the small promotions that Matt and Nick ran on their own. But wherever it started, it doesn't matter, because now here we are. Here we are, and it's based on that feeling of wrestling should be fun. And every time you see anybody based on Being the Elite out there, we're having fun. And hopefully that fun that we feel is being felt by the people that are buying the tickets. And I think you're about to see probably the most fun 10,000 people can have legally in the state of Illinois. So, yep. Yes. Yes, I did. Just about.
Ring of Honor World Champion. But it's amazing your humility too. I wonder if that's, these guys have up to you a lot, but they talked about it before. They asked you to be on the show. You politics beyond. How much does that mean, the fact that, it seems like you made the right decision. That humility you've used the last decades, it's obviously made an impact on the Rocks who are very on Cody. I don't think I have a lot of relationship with him. But it just seems like that lack of ego. I know it's in a business where ego is king. It's paid off for you. Not that you're not proud of your work. But could you kind of touch on the fact that there's a place of humility in wrestling too, and Christopher Daniels has really portrayed that pretty well.
Well, thank you, first of all, for saying such a thing. That's very kind of you to say. I feel like part of that comes from the idea, like I recognize how good I am and how much better others are. Like I never, as much as I may brag, if I'm ever on a microphone with the red light on, I'll tell you I'm the best in the world. But I have no problem admitting that I look at someone like Matt Jackson and am impressed every time I see him wrestle. And think to myself, man, I wish I could do this like that. Do you know what I mean? I look at Cody and the last couple years and just the way he carries himself, and I think to myself, man, if I'd carried myself like that in 2004, would things have been different or whatever? So to me, humility, it's just a matter of being honest with yourself and saying, okay, you're good, but there's always someone better than you. And especially in professional wrestling, where so often the decision of whether or not you're up here or down here isn't necessarily made based on what you can and can't do in a wrestling ring. It's hard to be an egomaniac about yourself when you're easily put in your place by someone that has power over your career. So I mean, I've always felt it's been better to sort of undersell myself and let my work talk for that. And if someone like you comes up and says, you're one of the, whatever superlative you put, you're one of the best, you're one of the greatest, whatever you say, that's up to you to say. It's debatable. You know what I mean? And I appreciate everyone who's ever said, oh, Christopher Daniels is the best wrestler I've ever seen, or oh, Christopher Daniels, best matches, blah, blah, blah. All of that, it's all subjective. Like each wrestling fan out there has their own favorite. If I'm someone's favorite, that's awesome. It touches me here to know that my work is appreciated. And the rest is the rest. You know what I mean? I can't dwell on whether I'm actually the best or not. So I don't go out there thinking that I am. I feel like I talked around in a circle for that one, but hopefully that made sense.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, we just got time for one more question, please. So obviously you've been teaming with Sabian for a long time now. You guys just added Scorpio Sky to become a trio. How do you feel Scorpio Sky has grown since SoCal Uncensored kind of came together? And how do you feel, what do you feel it brings to the table? I
think Sky is by far one of the best choices Frankie and I ever made as far as like finding a partner. Sky brings a lot of youth, a lot of energy, a lot of great ideas. He's very much like myself and Frankie in the sense that he's all in on this team. He wants to do what's best for the three of us. And when you have three guys like that, you can't help but build something great because there's never one of us that's out for ourselves above the rest. So that to me is the best thing about Scorpio Sky is that he's a team player, and right now he's on a very popular team. If it's cool, I'm going to get this guy's question too because he tried to ask and I feel like I missed him. So you had a question?
Yeah, you mentioned your body of work obviously does speak for itself. You mentioned also that your training is going on and everything. Do you feel like there's a chance at all that you underestimate Stephen Amell?
I didn't underestimate him. I understand exactly what I'm in for in the sense of who I'm in for. I understand, like you need to understand that at this moment, I'm well aware that Stephen Amell is deep in filming season 7 of Arrow. And I understand the mentality that there are 24 hours in a day, and I've been on Hollywood sets and I've filmed television shows before to know that if you're the lead of a television show, the odds are good that you're involved a lot more often than not. And I understand as well that Stephen Amell has to train aesthetically to look a certain way. So I'm well aware of his strength. I'm well aware of his size, the fact that he's taller, and I know that he's younger than me. And I've seen him dip his toes in the water of professional wrestling before. It's really just a matter now of what extra wrestling training he's done. And I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for different maneuvers out of Stephen Amell. He's known about this match for a couple of months now. So I'm sure that being friends with Cody, he's said, I'd like to widen my repertoire against Christopher Daniels. Because if I need a wider repertoire against anybody, it's going to be Christopher Daniels. So yeah, I'm aware of it. And again, my strength has always been to adapt to the person in front of me. So if he comes out showing me that all of a sudden he's become Luthez, then it's my job to become, the anti-Luthez, to become the counter wrestler. But right now I feel like if I bring the wrestling to Stephen Amell, it's in my advantage. It's to my advantage to do that way. So, is that good? We're good? Happy? All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Enjoy the show. I'm going to be great, I promise you.
All right.
Bye, AJ. Take it easy.